Hey everyone, so let's talk about that one topic in chemistry that, let's be real, is a total nightmare for most of us, naming organic compounds. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It's not actually that hard. By the end of this, I promise you'll have a system that makes it feel almost easy. Okay, no messing around, let's jump right in. Look at this thing on your screen. I'm giving you 10 seconds, try to name it. Go on, I'll wait. Time's up. So, how'd you do? If your brain just went into panic mode, hey, that's completely normal. You are not alone. But here's the deal, stick with me, and by the end of this, you'll be able to name things way crazier than this without even breaking a sweat. For real.
Yeah, let's just get real for a second. IUPAC nomenclature is probably one of the most annoying things in chemistry, right? You look at these giant spider webs of carbon atoms with all sorts of things hanging off of them, and it's just so overwhelming. And when you've got exams breathing down your neck, forget about it. I get it. I've been there too.
But here's the good news. Today, we're swapping all that confusion for a super clear, step-by-step system. First, we're going to figure out why it's a nightmare. Then, I'm going to give you 3 simple hacks to fix it. The FBI method, the traffic light rule, and the guest list rule. And to top it all off, I'll give you a 7-day plan to lock it all in. Sound good?
All right, first things first, let's talk about the naming nightmare. Why does this whole thing feel so impossible?
I bet you've heard this 1,000 times from teachers, right? Oh, just follow the IUPAC rules. Thanks, that's so helpful. The problem is, there are like 50 different rules and nobody tells you which one to use first. It's like someone dumping a box of IKEA parts on the floor and saying, just build a bookshelf. You need the instructions. You need to know the order.
Here's what's actually happening. Your brain is short-circuiting. It's trying to do everything at once. You're trying to count the carbons, find the functional group, figure out which way to number the chain, alphabetize the branches. It's just too much. It's like trying to juggle 4 balls when you've never juggled before. What you need is a one-step-at-a-time process, and that's what we're going to build right now. Okay, so let's get into it. Hack number 1. This is the foundation for everything. You have to do this first every single time. I call it the FBI method. It stands for find, build, and identify. This isn't just a tip, it's your new starting point for every single compound. So, what is the FBI method? It's super simple. F is for find. You find the longest possible chain of carbons. B is for build. You build the main part of the name based on how many carbons you found. And I is for identify. You identify the most important part of the molecule, the functional group, because that tells you the last name, the ending of the name. That's it. Find, build, identify. Simple.
Okay, that build step, this table right here, this is your new best friend. Seriously, there's no way around it, you just got to memorize these prefixes. It's like learning the alphabet before you learn to read. 1 carbon is meth, 2 is F, 3 is prop, you get the idea. This is non-negotiable. It's the password to understanding organic chemistry.
Now listen up, because this is the #1 mistake everyone makes with the find step. Your eyes will trick you. They'll want to just follow the nice, straight, horizontal line. You have to fight that urge. You have to trace out every possible path to find the absolute longest one, even if it zigs and zags all over the place. Look at this example. Going straight gives you 6 carbons. But if you take that turn, you get 8. That's a completely different base name. This is crucial.
All right, great. You've used the FBI method, you've found your main chain. Awesome. But now, which end do you start counting from? Left to right or right to left? That's where hack number 2 comes in. I call it the traffic light rule, and it makes this super easy.
Forget about memorizing some long, boring list of rules. Just picture a traffic light. What's the most important light? Red, right? It makes you stop. Well, in chemistry, your functional group is the red light. It's the boss. It gets top priority and the lowest number, period. The yellow light, that's for double or triple bonds. And the green light, your last priority, that's all the other little branches hanging off. Simple, right? The red light always wins.
And this brings me to the golden rule of numbering. Please listen to this. Before you decide anything, you have to number the chain from both ends. I'm serious. Take your pencil and lightly number it one way, then flip it and number it the other way. Then you just look at your traffic light. Which direction gives the red light, the functional group, the smallest number? That's your answer. This one little habit will prevent so many mistakes.
Okay, we're almost there. We found the main chain with the FBI method. We've numbered it with the traffic light rule. The last piece of the puzzle is, what do we do with all those little branches? That's where our final hack comes in, the guest list rule. It's just like making a guest list for a party. You wouldn't list people randomly, right? You'd list them alphabetically. It's the exact same idea here. Step 1, you identify all the branches, your methyls, your ethyls. Step 2, you put them in alphabetical order. And here's the trick, listen close. You ignore prefixes like di or tri when you're alphabetizing. We'll talk more about that in a sec. And then last, you just pop their address, their number on the chain, right in front of their name.
Let me give you a perfect example of that trick I just mentioned. Say you have one ethyl group and two methyl groups. So you have ethyl and dimethyl. Your brain wants to put dimethyl first because D comes before E. Don't do it. You ignore the di. You compare the E in ethyl to the M in methyl. E comes before M, so ethyl goes first, period. It'd be something like 3-ethyl, 2,4-dimethyl. It's the alphabet that calls the shots, not the numbers.
So there you have it, the whole system. FBI, traffic light, guest list. But look, just knowing the rules isn't going to cut it. You have to practice until it becomes second nature, until it's automatic. So let's talk about how to make that happen with a dead simple 7-day plan.
And here's the secret to making this stick. Don't try to do everything at once. That's a recipe for disaster. You'll just get overwhelmed and quit. Instead, we're going to build this skill one layer at a time. For the first couple of days, I only want you to practice the FBI method. That's it. Then for the next 2 days, bring in the traffic light rule. And finally, for the last few days of the week, you add the guest list rule. See how that works? You build your confidence step by step. That's how you actually master something.
Okay, here's a killer tip for when you're actually in an exam and feeling the pressure. I call it your exam anchor. The second you get your test paper, before you even look at the first question, go to the back page, the rough work section, and just write FBI and traffic light. That's it. It's like a little cheat sheet for your brain. When you get to a tough question and start to panic, you'll see it and it'll ground you right back into the system. It works, trust me.
And hey, speaking of making things easier, here's a huge shortcut for when you see those ring structures, those cyclic compounds. If you see a functional group attached to the ring, guess what? The carbon it's attached to is automatically carbon number 1. No questions asked. You don't have to number it both ways or anything. It's a freebie. It instantly makes the problem simpler. All right, one last little pro tip. And this one is about not losing silly marks. Punctuation. It's so easy. You always use commas to separate numbers from other numbers, like 2, 4. And you always use hyphens, or dashes, to separate a number from a word. That's it. It's a tiny detail, but it makes your answer look professional. Okay, so let's put it all together. One last time. What's the system? It's 3 simple hacks. Hack 1, the FBI method to find your foundation. Hack 2, the traffic light rule to number it the right way. And hack 3, the guest list rule to organize all the branches. That's the whole shebang. That's all you need.
So what now? Here's your homework. And I want you to do this literally the second this is done. Go grab your textbook, flip to a random page, and name 3 compounds using this system. Don't wait. The best way to make this stuff stick is to use it right now while it's fresh in your mind.
And I'll leave you with this one last thought. Just think about it. What if chemistry isn't the problem? What if it's not actually that hard? What if the problem is just the way it's usually taught? Because with a clear system, with a step-by-step approach, you really can master this. You've got this.